Captain Insano shows no mercy, no mercy, no mercy, no mercy, no mercy.
Straight cash, homie.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long day for your ass, boy.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the All-Day Football Show. I'm Ivan Vargas. Luke and Marco are with me. Still halftime. We got the Raiders and the Steelers and the Bears and the Bengals. And right now it's 7-0 for Bears versus Bears over Bengals. And we got a 7-6 game right now. Pittsburgh and Vegas.
9-7
now. 9-7 now. The Raiders just kicked their third field goal. Field goals don't do, we don't like field goals here. Field goals don't win games usually unless it's in the last seconds.
Yes.
But we got close games all around. Bears seem to have been moving the ball with Andy Dalton. They see everything all was well, and then all of a sudden Andy on a quarterback scramble came up lame on the sideline. It looked bad. I said it immediately. I was like, torn ACL.
He had the hop.
He did this weird funky hop. His leg buckled a little bit. He was removed from the game around about a minute and a half mark when the Bears got the ball back. He was able to. I'm sorry. Yeah, they're showing it right now. Yeah, he was. They were able to take him back, and Justin Fields came in the game. But Andy was doing pretty good. Yeah, he was doing pretty good. He was moving the ball, scrambling. He was just controlling the offense really well. And all of a sudden, this freak injury. And all of a sudden, here comes Justin Fields. And I know my prediction, it's not how I predicted it. But here comes Justin Fields, halftime of the Cincinnati Bengals game. And we're going to see him, I feel like, throughout. I don't think Andy Dalton's coming back. He was hobbled. He was trying to force it. But, as an athlete, the adrenaline once the adrenaline wears off and you really feel it, Yeah. So maybe he was playing off of adrenaline. They said that it would take his leg being cut off to get him off the field. So maybe Andy came down to earth a little bit, started feeling that knee, and was like, hey, we got to go back. Yeah. Hopefully he's all right. Like I said, he was doing a great job. It was a good mix of run and pass. Andy doing it with his legs. And it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, coming into the game. Andy was leading him. It's just kind of a freak accident that he hurt himself.
Yeah. I mean, that Andy Dalton was really leading that Bears offense. I mean, he looked good. I mean, and you hate seeing it, at such a point like in the game because you're in a rhythm. As a team, you're in a rhythm. You're moving the ball. You're getting the first down when, at crucial times. But then to see, like, something of that nature, happen, I'm not saying it's going to kill the Bears, but it's just you hate seeing it just when you saw a team in rhythm. What I'm hoping is, best case scenario for the Bears, they just took him to the locker room and maybe it's just like some kind of bruise, nothing too, extensive that's going to take him out for a long period of time. But he was in such a great rhythm, man. So it definitely it hurts seeing him, go out like that as far as for the rest of the game.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, it's a double-edged sword. He gets hurt, Chicago gets what they want to see. You know what I mean? So it's a double-edged sword. It's not, similar career. Not mad different injury, but similar to Tom Brady, Drew Bledsoe. Quarter, like we've seen this before. It sucks. Now it's up to Justin. So everybody wanted to see Justin. Let's see what Justin can do. Now Justin, you're not in for a play. Now you have a whole half to work with the ones and all that stuff. But he's taking a sack. He's got to get his feet wet. You know what I mean? That's just plain and simple. You're playing against the number ones. This is Sunday now. You know, this is the real Sunday.
Yeah.
So let's see what the guy can do. Like I said, I feel like his biggest monster right now is what's going on inside of him.
Yeah.
Like if the kid, we all know the kid physically can do everything. We all know that. But it's what's going on inside of him, his mind. How are they keeping him calm? You know, I'm sure he would love to have Dalton on the sideline to be able to talk to and kind of see things. I mean, he has quarterback coaches, obviously, but, you know, Dalton is the starter in front of him. I'm sure he's kicking down knowledge. You know, help him kind of break, because I'm sure those two are pretty tight. And, you know, you want to hear, you know, somebody that is your peer, not somebody from up here that's not on the field. You know, maybe Dalton's seeing things that this guy's not seeing. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see how he manages. But, you know, we know his his attributes, what he can do physically. And we know he can do it. It's just going to be, is it here? And can he stay within the moment and not let the game get too big for him?
Yeah, and I think he is. You know, you pointed out earlier, Justin has been in the spotlight. So right now, I don't feel like he's overwhelmed. I just feel like like you mentioned before, let him get his feet wet a little bit. He took a sack, bounced right back up. You know, he was leading a good, solid drive up until the end, but you want to see a little more now. He's going to come out. I expect him fully to be the starter the entire second half. I don't. If Andy Dalton's hurt, that he's supposed to be your starter, then you take care of your starter and let your backup finish the game. I think it all comes down to play calling. Is Nagy going to call the right plays for Justin? Can Justin survive some of the offensive line problems? Because Sam Mustipher's been giving up sack after he's been giving up sack. He's been giving up the middle for the majority of the game. Like, you know, at a certain point, Sam, you got to nut up and hit a motherfucker. You got to be nasty. You got to put your nose into the nose tackle. You have to do it. He's not. He's getting beat consistently. He's getting beat with speed and technique. It's just flat out. He's been overmatched for the majority. I want to say of the second quarter. I'm looking for the Bears to continue controlling the game. They're really good. Joe Burrow looked really good at the end of the second half. I hope that they can continue to control the game. The defense it looks like it's playing soft at times where I want it to play hard. Like I want it to play more press.
Secondary?
The secondary. It looks like it's playing softer when I want it to play up more. I want them to come downhill more. There was a first down Joe Burrow completed towards the end of that half where they were inside the 10. Ends up completing a pass to T. Higgins on the outside for like 15 yards. You got to be shitting me. You got to be shitting me. Kendall Vildor is bailing like he's playing cover 3. And I'm like, dog, you know where the sticks are. Where do you think you're going to go when you have safety help over the top? What you got to play to the down marker. Like it just, to me, there's been little things with the Bears that have been frustrating. Andy Dalton wasn't one of them. No. Which is crazy. Justin Fields right now isn't one of them. David Montgomery isn't one of them. The offensive line, you gotta shore up that middle, Sam Mustipher. Like this shit, like I can't back you up if you're just laying shit. You cannot give up sacks like you did at the end of the half on Justin Fields. Moving on to Steelers and Raiders. Good game. 7-9. You said, or 9-7, Marco.
9-7.
9-7 at the half. It was a defensive battle, man. It was a defensive battle in the first half. I didn't think that either team was going to score a touchdown. The Steelers ended up picking up 7. The Raiders are leading. They're still in it. They've been in deep into Pittsburgh territory. They just haven't been able to come up with 6.
Yeah, I mean, and as we touched on before the game started, I think one thing that we touched on was the Raiders, how that defense can apply pressure to Ben, and they've been getting in space in this first half. So, a low-scoring affair. You could tell that the defense, that Raiders defense is definitely keeping them in there. It's been a real good game between Las Vegas and Pittsburgh, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's night and day compared to when the Raiders played the Ravens. They went crazy. We talked about it in the pregame. They went crazy with Waller in the first quarter. Right now, Waller only has 3 targets. And he has 1 catch for 8 yards. So talk about a change of pace. But
how much is that accredited to the Pittsburgh game plan and the defense?
Oh, huge. It's huge. But then vice versa, Hunter Renfrow, 4 for 34. He's your leading receiver. So, and then you got Jacques' cousin, Foster Moreau,
This year,
Jacques, you know,
we got you.
He's the second one. He's the second one. Kenyon Drake, though, 24 yards receiving. So he's the third one. So where's Ruggs? You know, is Waller going to step up?
Right.
You know, where's Zay Jones? So I mean, they're doing what we told. You know, we talked about in the pregame. They are spreading it around a little bit more because some of these guys didn't even have catches last week.
Right.
So they are doing something, but it's not enough. You know what I mean? And it, like we talked about, when you get down there, it has to be 7, not 3. Because you are playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. You're playing a giant in Ben Roethlisberger. He's been there. He's won Super Bowls. Like, this guy is not, you know, he's not just some dummy over there. Like, this guy knows how to put it together. And the Steelers, like I said, the Steelers, I feel like, have the edge because they do have that stellar defense. So Raiders just leave a little bit to be the, you know, left, and you just like, just give me a little bit more in the red zone.
Well, I'll tell you this. You know what's lacking is a running game.
Oh, big time.
I mean, you got Derek Carr is your leading rusher, 4 for 9 yards. That's not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it. I guarantee you. If you had a guy in Josh Jacobs, if you had a backup running back worth a damn, because I know they got Peyton Barber. Peyton Barber. Yeah, Peyton Barber. Peyton Barber isn't doing much of a job. If you have a running back that threatens on the ground, you have a threat on the ground. I guarantee you they have at least 1 touchdown on the board.
Yeah. I
guarantee you that you have to be able to threaten in both phases, in the air and on the ground. You have to be able to threaten defenses, or else you're just going to be sat on one. In your best,
pinning their ears back.
Yeah, they're just going to sit on one. They're just going to sit on your best player, your best your best skills on offense. You have to have a good mix. The Raiders don't have a mix. They don't have anything.
Their MVP right now is Daniel Carson, their kicker. I mean, he's keeping them in the game.
Daniel Carson, yeah. Daniel Carlson, 3 for 3. 3 for 3 right now.
Wish I had him.
Wish you had him on fantasy. Going around the league, you know, everything's been tight. Everything's been real close. You had, like I said, Bears-Bengals, 7-0 going in the second quarter. But you also have some tight matchups. I know Buffalo's up, but you have a tight matchup in New York and New England. 13-3. It was 10-3. And also another one in Denver and Jacksonville, 10-7. Marco, you were talking about Buffalo and Miami. It wasn't looking good for Tua.
No, it was not. And he was out of the game. I mean, they took him out, I believe, in the second quarter. I mean, took a hit. I believe those ribs is where they talked about him, getting injured.
Mm-hmm.
You bring in Jacoby Brissett. I mean, veteran backup quarterback. Bringing him as a starter. You take your foot off the pedal a little bit because Jacoby just can't achieve what Tua can as far as mobility, arm wise. Buffalo. I mean, surprisingly, they're still in the ball game though. I mean, Miami's not really so down and out right now. I think they're still in the ball game, and some turnovers definitely in that second quarter. I think it's kept Miami in the mix. So I don't know. We might see a different second half from that game.
Look,
man, yeah, I feel like Buffalo should be up more. I just feel like Buffalo should be up more. And we saw. I remember who it was that was speaking about it on the national broadcast earlier. But they were saying this Josh Allen this year is not the Josh Allen of last year.
Mm-hmm.
And with this team, I feel like he should be up to at least 21, maybe even 28 on Miami. Miami just doesn't have the firepower that they do, which Miami has been getting better. Let's not kid ourselves. Miami is not just a rollover game. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
And I feel like the Buffalo just leaves a little bit to be desired. I don't know. I feel like they're going to turn it on. Miami might get one. I feel like Devontae Parker is still somebody to be reckoned with. I look for him to have a big catch somewhere along the line. But like I said, man, Buffalo's winning, but they're not winning pretty.
Not at all right now. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Second half is underway. I could barely see with this light on. Second half is underway. The Cincinnati Bengals have gotten the ball on the kickoff, and the defense is taking the field. All right, we're going to slide up out of here. I know the Raiders and the Steelers are going to get going. Until the postgame, guys, I'm Ivan Vargas, Marco Velasquez, Luke Nettles. You're watching the All-Day Football Show on SportsZone Chicago.
Captain Insano shows no mercy. No mercy. No mercy. No mercy. No mercy.
Straight cash, homie.